What does impossible look like? The lines would be clear on the things that were close, but no matter how long you stare, the horizon would be blurred. Yet, anyone who has ever dreamed sets their eyes on that, the unclear horizon, a distant picture of what might be. It haunts us. What might be. It defies us. It defies possible. Our thoughts drift there. Our prayers beg to take us there. Our hope lives there. For some of us, our hope dies there. The life of a gangster has always appealed to me. Not the drugs and alcohol. And the prostitution? Why would you get involved in that when you got a beautiful dame of your own? It's the social respect that comes with being a gangster. Face it, men want to be outlaws, and dames fantasize affairs in their hearts with gentlemen bandits. And then there's the money. Respect and money. You could change the world with those two right at your fingertips.
I didn't get to see you dance no more. Spinning around.
But when you're 17, life doesn't always go according to plan.
Coffee?
Soda. In a bottle?
No, in a cup. With ice?
Coffee.
I'll be right back to take your order.
I know what I want.
What'll it be?
Don't you want to write it down?
I think if you know what you want without looking at a menu, I can remember it without writing it down.
That man had a Reuben. It looked good. Are your Reubens any good?
If you like sauerkraut and cheap Thousand Island.
I do like sauerkraut. And you could put the cheap Thousand Island on the side, if it's not too much trouble.
It's no trouble. Fries?
Fresh?
Frozen.
Just the sandwich, thank you. As I was saying, life doesn't always go according to plan. Not because I don't have a plan, because I do. Respected and wealthy are at the core foundation of my life goals. That was fast.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it so fast. Kind of makes me wonder.
I didn't want fries.
Yeah, you said that. Will there be anything else?
Yes. Could I get some quarters, please?
Certainly.
Thank you. But at the age of 17, you're only on the cusp of freedom, of living your life your way. You've still got rules, you've still got parents, and parents have their own ideas of what you should be doing. Good parents, bad parents, ugly parents, drunk parents, poor parents, rich parents, and they think they know what's best for us. The next generation. Those are my parents. My mother is fairly normal. Stay-at-home mom, homeschooled all 5 of her children, including me. My father, on the other hand, he's in a category all of his own. Having my father in your presence is like having Hitler and Gandhi in your living room for morning tea.
World peace, yeah, woohoo!
Are those your parents?
No. That's, Gandhi on the left and, Hitler on the right.
Not that one, that one. Are those your parents?
Yes, those are my parents.
Is that your dad?
Yes, that's my dad. The guy that looks like Jean Reno from Les Professionals.
Find me the Frenchman. Find me Jacques Mayol.
My father's favorite movie is Luc Besson's Le Grand Bleu. He can talk like Jean Reno, act like Jean Reno, and swim like Jean Reno.
Don't watch too many French films. I swear he looks familiar, though.
My father wrote the book on the phrase, man of many talents, master of none. He's a chef, firefighter, swiftwater rescue swimmer, heavy equipment operator, outdoorsman, salesman, actor, and director. Henry Ford said once, whether you think you can, or you can't, you're right. It's the motto my father lives by.
It's the reason I'm not a gangster.
You're not a gangster?
Not even close.
You had me fooled.
What's your name?
Whatever you want it to be. So tell me more about your father.
It's a sad story, like a French film. It may leave you with a broken heart.
Well, it's time I branch out. Ne me quittez pas. It's the only French I know. Never leave me?
It began in Oz. Oz down under. Australia.
We are swimming the entire length of the Mari River from the Snowy Mountains in Koyon to the Goolwa in the Southern Ocean to inspire the youth of Australia and to bring awareness to depression and suicide. Dreams are hard to achieve and life is even harder. If you want to go out and do something, you have to take action. You have to step out. You have to make it happen. People's lives start to transform because people are believing in one another and people are supporting one another.
My father said God gave him a vision to do something epic, to bring inspiration to the youth of Australia.
When I kept looking and couldn't find him anywhere else, I thought I'll check the shed again, but I pulled back a panel to look in, and I found him. He was standing there, but he was kind of looking straight down. I was thinking, oh, what's he doing in there? Like, we were trying to look for him, what's he just in there for? But then I saw the rope from the ceiling, so I looked at my mum, and my mum straight away knew what happened just by the look on my face.
I went out the backyard because everyone was calling her a black dog, and she committed suicide and she hung herself. And me and my little girl had nothing through life, and we worked hard for good things and kept praying to God all the time. My wife was a little Salvation Army soldier from Swan Hill, Victoria, and now I've given up everything.
You're tuned in to Brett Your Morning with Brett on Fresh FM.
Murray River invites you to bring a plate down to the Riverside Show for an afternoon of banging on the Barbie.
Day in New South Wales.
Yeah, like swimming's not really a sport, is it? It's like a pastime, a survival technique. But like here in Australia, dude, it's a big deal. Like especially for those along the Murray who are like outnumbered to see a couple of American blokes like float by, dude. Like float as they attempt to break a world record. Like whoa.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands out from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Well, I love that little girl. Well, Miss Lindy, my Miss Lindy. Well, I love that little girl. Have you ever seen Miss Lindy?
That's $1.99 more.
Yeah, she's mine.
we're going to do something that's impossible, and we're going to swim the entire length of the Murray River.
We had a few sponsors, but no one with money. People had donated signs, flags, radios, GPS watches, basic things we needed. But there was no money. Someone donated a boat to us, although it took a considerable amount of work to get it seaworthy. Thousands of dollars have been spent by the team out of their own pockets for basic things like first aid supplies, safety gear, food, you name it. Everyone had given everything they had to make this work.
Flexible they are, from a flexible.
So we have to work 7.
All general.
You're too skinny.
At least I'm in shape.
You don't have any buoyancy, no insulation.
Is that what we're calling it now? Buoyancy and insulation? At least I don't look like shark bait.
You said the S word. You can't say the S word. Right before we get in the water, you can't say the S word.
My father and I are certified swiftwater rescue swimmers. We're not endurance swimmers, but we're confident in the water. It was our job to make sure that the rest of the team had the same level of confidence as us. And so we made them tip out of their kayaks in 10-degree water, fully clothed. No one died.
Whoa!
As training began, the swim quickly garnered the attention of the media.
It will be sink or swim for this father and son team, training in the lead up to their world record attempt, the aim to help tackle depression and suicide by inspiring the next generation.
My dad and I aren't endurance swimmers, and so we're setting out to do an endurance swim.
We got crazy looks from people, especially the media, when we'd say, we're not endurance swimmers, but we're about to do a 2,400-kilometre endurance swim.
It's a case of diving into the deep end for these American nationals with no background in endurance swimming and less than 3 months training. I think you're mad.
All right.
Okay, cool.
We want to inspire the youth of Australia, and these young gentlemen here represent that. We believe that God set passion in people's hearts, that He really set something in people's hearts and said, go out and dream big. You guys are representing the youth of Australia and saying, I believe in them. I believe they can actually achieve anything they set their minds to. Watch out for the willows. Sydney, watch out for the willows. Get out of the willow. Grab the kayak. Just get the kayak right up. Okay, let's go. Stay right. Everyone stay right.
It's really difficult because the current's trying to pull you, the wind's trying to push you. That just makes kayaking on top of the river really difficult. So I'm okay. I'll be fine.
I know you're.
No,
you're shivering.
I'm out.
When we're breathing and turning our heads, that's where my eyes are.
Yeah.
Always back. My eyes are always back. So if you're even just this much in front of me, I don't see you anymore.
I just swam farther in my life than I ever thought possible. Except for Sydney tipping over in the kayak, I'd say it went rather swimmingly. Only 2,400 kilometers to go. We created an essay contest, and so before we swam the river, we drove it the entire length of the Murray River, and stopping in schools and sharing with students and encouraging them to tell us what their dreams were and write them down and give them to us in this essay contest. Anything is possible, we told them, and said, write down your dream.
My name's Hunter, and my dream is to be an illusionist.
Imagine what that would be like, somebody coming alongside of you and saying, I believe in you, what is your dream? And asking how they can help you to make that dream happen.
We're not great swimmers. We're not even endurance swimmers.
We told these kids that if a team of non-athletes could swim a river like this, then any one of them could do something. They could do something to maybe even change the world. Paige Duffy was one of these kids that we chose.
I decided to make 100 finger knitted bracelets, and I gave those bracelets to Mr. Bolton. And he took them over and he handed them all out to these kids. It was just the best. It was such a good feeling to know they've done something, and I make 100 every year.
This is the name of your essay, Changing the World, One Friendship Bracelet at a Time. How are these bracelets going to change the world?
Just to see kids that have got nothing, to just the smallest thing, to see them have it, and just so how happy they are. We just take things for granted sometimes.
How could you make that dream come true? Let's throw some ideas together. How could we support that, and how could we make it bigger? So instead of just 100 bracelets, how could we do 1,000 bracelets or 10,000 or 1,000,000 bracelets and get them out to kids all over the world? I mean, is that possible?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah,
how could we do that?
We could all make them.
Okay, you could all make them.
We could get all of Yarra to back us up. All grades make 10.
How did team help inspire you?
That's anything is possible, really.
My papa was a youth minister, farmer, mechanic. He could wrangle a cow to the ground or build a tractor from the ground up and give a young person hope to live each day. He could do more in a day than most could accomplish in a week. I believed in him. I trusted him. I loved him. He was my hero. He gave me hope to live each day. The world stole my father's hope. It stole my hope. You have no idea what hopelessness is until you have none left. You can't breathe, eat, sleep.
Jack, very nice to meet you. Eric, congratulations, man, on your and hey, congratulations on your stories. We really enjoyed that. I'm going to tell you what, it was really a hard decision. There were so many good stories, and I just want to say that anything is possible. We're almost 100 kilometers into this swim, and we have a long ways to go. And there's been a lot of obstacles, but we just keep going every day. It's just like, hey, this is what we do. We just swim. So we get in the water and we just start swimming. I just want to tell you that whatever your dream is, you just keep going towards that. Every day you add a little bit to it, you add a little bit more, you believe in it a little bit more, and you will get there. But if you come alongside one another and you encourage each other and you say, hey, I believe in you, I believe you can swim this river, then that's an encouragement. So you do that. You guys coming out today is just a huge blessing to us.
Don't let yourself get discouraged. At some point when you feel like I can't do this or I can't do that, don't be discouraged, because you guys can, and you just have to believe in that, and you have to have that hope. And again, like my dad was saying, encourage one another. Really lift one another up, because each one of you guys can push each other to their dreams.
Hey, on camera.
Yeah.
Did you feel it once again? Did you see it closing in? Did you wonder
Shallow water.
Right turn.
Right turn.
Left turn.
Left turn.
I'm doing this to get you guys up.
Yeah, or look up. Or stay up. I was curious what this one is. I saw you do that.
There's so many flies.
Oh, it's flies. Flies.
Julie.
Hunter.
Hi, Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So what's the reason behind doing it?
Just kind of trying to share hope and tell people, hey, God loves you and we believe in you. And we're just like, if we could do something crazy like this, then we believe kids could go out and do something great too.
I think you're very brave.
Yeah, I just need to get to shore. Should I read a short to it?
No, I'm all right.
It really shook Eric's confidence. We knew there would be snags, but this really shook him up. I remember thinking, I don't know if we're going to finish. No one has dreams as big as Eric, and if they do, very few can actually pull it off.
Yeah, straight shot. I think they're going right through.
Okay, yeah, we just passed it, so that was it.
River right. So, we've been in the water about 60 seconds, and the motor won't go.
The swim was sanctioned by the World Open Water Swimming Association. It was the first sanctioned swim by them in Australia. So there were lots of rules. The swimmers couldn't touch the boat, so I would hand them snacks and beverages along the way. I also kept track of their stroke rate, and the swimmers logged on GPS where we were at all times, our ins and outs.
Ready? Yeah, go and start it. I'll start mine too. Good.
I gotta take a break. How about a cool shot? Is that a cool shot?
Don't you have work? Shouldn't you be helping these people?
I don't actually work here. This is my parents' place. I'm just home from school and I come in and help in and out. It's not like a real job. And look around. Everyone's happy. They've got it covered.
My father planned our arrival down to the finest detail, so that when the media and spectators arrived, they would see what he wanted them to see. A professional sporting team making a difference. He told everyone where they should be on shore to greet spectators, where I should stop the boat, and where they would get out of the water.
Okay, so I think we...
When they arrived, there was only one photographer from a local paper. The team was there, cheering on the swimmers, but no one else. You'd never know. Hunter and my father exited the water like champions at the Olympics. A personal best swim for both of them that day. 14 kilometers with no current in 4 hours.
We prayed every day before we started the swim. We prayed about safety. We prayed about the weather. We prayed a lot that what we were doing would make an impact, that just the people we would meet on shore would be moved by what we were trying to do. In the back of my mind, safety though, it was always there. That was the one thing that I prayed for, I think the most for the team was safety and protection.
Gonna have it back to the heaven place. Gonna find my face by the swollen face of rolling down the river now.
We had our first close encounter of the venomous kind. So we were paddling along and Sydney starts blowing the whistle. Pop and I look up and about like this far from us was like a big black snake, red belly, slithering along. He stopped and looked at us and then he kept going. The current's been really fast. It's been really nice. It's cold though. It's really cold. Papa got caught on a snag for a minute, so that was interesting. But other than that, it's been pretty good.
I had no idea just how intense this whole event is. Just the amount of things that go on behind the scenes, the meals, the preparing the snacks and the drinks for the swimmers, the people that we've been able to bless and encourage along the way has been encouraging for us, but it makes the hard work. I totally underestimated all the work that goes into all of this, but I'm really glad to be part of it.
Shore Crew to River Crew, I have you in sight.
We ain't never gonna turn around, never look into the ground. Now it's time to change, to make it real. Make my way up to the top.
You gotta be kidding me. Out of all the trees out here, a baby brown snake had to make a home here. In my bathroom. It's a really beautiful bathroom, by the way.
I wanted us to look professional. I wanted this to be a professional event and be something epic that we could really be proud of. The truth is, everyone was novice. No one had ever done anything like this before, except maybe some swiftwater rescue that Hunter and I had done. And the truth is, it became mundane day after day. After a while, swimming was the easy part.
I need the rest of this team to be safe, and it's your job to provide that insurance. I'm not telling you how to do your job. I'm simply stating that we had an agreement, and we're already in the water.
The international corporation that was behind us has backed out and said that they feel like there's too much liability. They don't want to be responsible if something goes wrong.
No, I can't have them not get in. They're in the water. With or without your support, we're going to swim this river. Well, then you'll just have to read about it. We don't have any insurance.
People with a dream need to understand the amount of work that goes into making it come true. It's overwhelming.
We took a lot of risks we probably shouldn't have taken. We sent Terry out into the bush in the middle of nowhere with just maps and a cell phone that didn't actually work by the time she got to her destination point. She'd take the little red car and be gone for hours, maybe half a day or 3/4 of a day, with no communication with anybody. We would be in the river. Because of the flooding, there was no certainty that she would be where she was supposed to be, or that we would actually be there on time.
There's not a lot that I can do, but I feel like this is incredibly important because I have to find the swimmers. The swimmers may be fatigued, and I might be coming up on a place where if I don't get them out at a certain location, there's no more access for another 5 to 10 kilometers, which they would have to swim if I don't get them. It's actually kind of a journey of faith because I'm trusting God that He's going to help me find the right roads at the right time.
The car broke down, the bus broke down, the boat broke down. Things needed constant cleaning. There is no easy answer. Every day is a challenge and every part of the dream seemingly unreachable. But that's where things start to happen, when that dream is just beyond your reach. If you stay true, if you're lucky, with God's help, you just might tickle it with your fingertips.
How far is it?
2,400 kilometers.
What is that in miles? 1,500 miles.
1,500 miles?
That's shorter.
I'm swimming miles. Our logistics are teetering all the time. And guys, that is not a reflection on you. It is a reflection on this is it. This is our team, and actually it's two less because we don't even have these guys full time. So our team cannot continue the pace we're going without honing in a little sharper on all the logistics of the boats and getting in and out faster and those things. Hunter can swim this river faster than I can and pick up the time, and I believe he can win it. And I think we get this team back on track, and Hunter takes the lead.
It was the ultimate sacrifice. To keep the dream alive, Eric would manage the logistics and the shore crew and do this so that Hunter could finish the swim successfully.
Lost on a painted sky where the clouds are hung for the poet's eye. You may find it if you may find it there on a distant shore by the wings of dreams through an open door.
Remember when I said my father heard God's voice? Did he hear God's voice?
For my father, God met him before he was able to take his life, and reminded him that it was not his life to take. He believed if he could do something epic, it would wipe out depression, and ultimately, suicide. Call it a vision, call it a dream, all I know is this. As my father stood on shore that day, I watched his dream fade. He was giving up everything he hoped for, just to keep the dream alive.
Hunter was the one that swam the whole river, 120 days straight. But he's the most humble person you'll ever meet. And it was Eric's dream, Eric's vision. And the reason why Hunter wanted to do it was because he loves his dad that much. And he had the dream inside his own heart. And so he would show up at dinner almost every day and tell the team, you know what, I'm the one swimming, but you guys are the ones making this happen.
Because it was just like, why does he want...
Hunter is now doing the swim mostly by himself. I get in whenever I can. With any dream, you have to be able to kind of make the adjustments and be flexible enough to say, okay, that's not exactly how I envisioned it, but I'm gonna be flexible, I'm gonna move to still get the goal and make it happen. I believe in God, and I also believe in a devil. And I believe the devil all the time spends his whole day telling you you're just not good enough. I believe that's his job, is just to tell people that. And if you start believing those lies, I'm telling you what, your dream can fall apart.
Don't grab that.
There you go. There it is.
Swimming club tops.
That's perfect. Oh, that is good. Okay, let's hold the shirt.
The three states the River Murray flows through, New South Wales, Victoria, and South Australia, had suffered 8 years of drought. But wouldn't you know that when we started, there was epic rainfalls. They'd had more rain than they'd had in 8 years. So there was huge flooding. Safety services called us and tried to talk us out of the swim and told us there were major floods and snags and it was very dangerous. Because of the flooding, there was huge erosion everywhere we went. So we couldn't always access the river. So the shore crew would have to travel incredible distances to find us on occasions. Because of that, when we went to the Barma forest and started that part of the journey, There was no way that we could get in and out of the river every day, so we took the boat and decided we would just stay on the river for the duration of the swim, whatever it took us to get through that part of the forest. So it was just Hunter, Sydney, Tuck, and myself in the Barma forest.
From days to years, just passing by. We lost our attention, lost the light across the ocean of our lives. You know what's wrong to be with you. I never felt you wanted to. Like all those parties without fun, like a summer without sun. You know what's wrong to be with you. I never felt you wanted to. Like all those parties without fun, like a summer without sun. Let's contemplate. Forget your end, drop the hate. We're still the masters of our fate. Do they feel wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I won't be using. You tell me. Can you see me?
I could see parts of you. Like I'd be like,
what part?
Would know that there is a moon, and it's not quite full yet, but it could be full.
If you can see the parsley coming to the surface. Wow. Typically, it tastes like something that, I'll just have you know, the reason I like to take these value packs is they say here on the back, it serves 5. But I've cooked enough for 15 people tonight.
Okay.
Actually, 5, 10, 30. I've cooked enough pasta for 30 people tonight, just in case people show up tonight.
Yeah,
and we'll be able to entertain and just share our pasta.
Tell me what your name is, what school you go to, and what grade you're in.
No, I go to Cobram Anglican Grammar School, and I'm in grade 5.
Nor, tell me about your dream.
Well, I wanted to support rock and give all the kids, like some of the parents, an opportunity to learn English and to know like alphabets in English and everything, and they can come here and like have an exciting life.
Tell me who the family members are that are there that you'd like to see come over here.
All of them, actually.
So this is, how many would this be? I mean, is that 5 and 6? 5 or 6, or how many? No? Just
30, 40.
30 or 40, so we need to get we need a big plane or a bus and get them all over here. A bus won't work. Right. Yeah. What would you add to the story you currently have to really get people to believe in it?
Like I would add like what they've been suffering through.
What's the first thing we need to do?
Make the story bigger.
Make the story bigger. Yeah, make the story bigger. So we need to actually tell the story just on a bigger scale. So you already talked about the electricity and some other things, and just that the family wants to come, so we need to make the story bigger. So you guys could all work together and do that, and we would love to support you in that. So we would love to tell your story.
And they're now here in Swan Hill. They've just The halfway mark, I'd like you to please put your hands together for Hunter and Eric and Tuck as well, who's the captain of the team, and congratulations on the journey thus far.
Thank you.
You're doing really good. Your stroke rate's at 64, but your form looks better than it did earlier. Are you focusing more?
Yeah.
Are you focusing more? Hunter, are you focusing on your form?
I hate catching all these fish.
You're catching fish?
Yeah, these ones. I got it for you.
I think we started something, gonna tell the world again. Oh, you're so beautiful, I just can't hold it in. I think we started something, I hope it never ends. I hope it never ends. Don't tell me that the good old days are over. We're two hearts running wild. On and on, we'll move a little closer. We don't have to burn out in the fire. No, we don't have to burn out in the fire. I wanna know, what are you waiting for? I wanna
Oh gosh, I feel good. Hey, you can't touch her. No. The rules say I can't touch the boat. They say nothing about touching another person.
Captain, can you please remind those two we have a world record to break? Copy.
When he makes the choice to take his life, it's not just taking his life and that's it for him. It's left this big hole in the rest of us that day, and for many days onward I just felt this big hole in my life, and especially my mum being married to him for 18 years, lost her life partner at such a young age, and then probably the one who is affected most is his daughter, which she was 11 when he passed away. She's now 23, so more than half her life now. For her, I was just kind of there for just to guide her and be kind of a role model for her in the way that I present myself, as well as kind of the advice that I give her so that she can kind of be on the right track.
Were you as close with your dad as you are with Hunter and Tuck?
When his hand made contact with your face, I'd call that close.
I'm sorry. Was it always your dream to be a chef?
There was a lot of things I wanted to be. I've wanted to be everything. I remember the day I came home in high school. I decided I was going to hike the Rocky Mountain Trail. I had read books about it, I had studied it, I had figured out the stopping points and how to make it successfully from Canada all the way to Mexico. So one day, my father and I were in a pickup truck together, and I decided I'm going to break the news to him and tell him what my big dream was. So we were sitting there, and I said, Dad, I know what I want to do after high school. And he just kind of sat back in the seat and turned and looked at me and just waited. So I said, I'm going to hike the Rocky Mountain Trail. And he just looked at me and he said, no, you're not. That was it. We never talked about it again. And I never had another dream while I was in high school.
I was a conflict, so I was a threat to what Eric was doing because he was trying to accomplish time with his sons, time to adventure, time to go change the world. My being a part of the team was essential to its success because we're such a small team, there's no way we could accomplish what we did without extra people. Every day we were battling the ghosts of his past.
It wasn't that he couldn't do it. It was all the other things going on in his head. Logistics, leadership, corporate sponsorship, backing out.
If you believe in us, it gives us the strength to do what we're doing.
Swimming without my father was very difficult. We started out together, and I missed having him in the water. When we swam together, we were better, faster, and synchronized. In the water was where he was supposed to be. It was decided that as often as he could, as the team would stretch themselves to be able to cover the logistics so that he could swim.
Hunter became very determined to finish the swim successfully. He felt immense guilt that he was doing the swim alone. Most days, it was just the three of us, me leading, Sydney escorting, and Hunter swimming. We began looking for ways to break up the monotony of swimming.
If you're in the dream? Nope. Pinch your nose and try to breathe through your nose. If you can't breathe, you're not dreaming. If you can breathe through your nose while it's pinched, you're dreaming. Because in a dream, even if you pinch your nose, you can still breathe. It's like breathing underwater. Have you ever breathed underwater in a dream? It's the coolest experience. When you're a kid and you wet the bed, so you're having this dream and you think it's real, and you go to the bathroom in your dream, and you're going to the bathroom, and all of a sudden, it spreads all over you, and you're like, oh, and you wake up. And then it's that moment of shock and horror as you realize you wet the bed. Every swimmer does this. They pee in their wetsuit. And it's the same feeling as when you're in your bed. I had this fear, what if I get too used to it in the river, and one day I'm dreaming about swimming, and I'm dreaming, and I'm like, it's just swimming along, and I wet the bed, and it'll feel the same as normal. So that's one of my fears. That goes through my head often. Hello? Hey guys. I think we should go this way.
I decided it would be a good idea to call Sydney's father. Yeah, Mr. Simpson? And explain to him that things had been progressing rather quickly with his daughter.
We'd been spending every single day together, and somehow we had found the time to talk about our future. And I thought I'd just spell it out for Mr. Simpson. Like marriage and stuff. God bless.
Hey girl, meet me down at the water.
My mama told me I should beware. I'll tell you a story about mean people who take you sad, innocent girls. Don't mean to scare you, but be careful. Maybe think twice before you walk alone. Call somebody to take you home. Look over your shoulder when you go that way. This world might take you to a bad, bad place. Remember you told me things your mama said. She never gave you enough affection. Let you run around. She didn't know you're bound to feel alone and such neglection. You may feel the need to fix the past in me and show overlovingness. Feed me, pushes me further. World full of bad, I can't take much longer. Hold tight, you'll see I'm right. I don't tell you nothing just to mess with your mind. Don't be cold and act like you know some things, my child, make us all feel small. Remember you told me I should watch out. You see now I will have a good intentions. So keep your eyes stretched and sharp your senses. I'm terrified that you'll lose direction. Just hold tight, you'll see I'm right. I don't tell you nothing just to mess with your
Every stick I see seems like it's a snake. And I hope I see one at a distance someday. Oh wow, that is not a stick. It's cool though. Well, with all the flooding, sometimes it's almost impossible to get through. But I think someone's gone through the grass and made another track. So I'm gonna back up and see if I can do that.
Woke up this morning with the sunrise in my eyes.
Shore crew to river crew.
Just like a new day, a breath of fresh air in my life. I don't know how, don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life.
I think I have the best job. I get to spend a lot of time just along the Murray River in places where, man, many people never get to go.
One I love. I don't know how, don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life.
My father had become a slave to his own dream. It was like watching Dega from the end scene of Papillon. All he wanted was his freedom. When it came time to take it, he was too old and too tired.
Hey, Tuck. Turn it around. We're calling it a day. We're not going any further without him.
Yeah, I agree. Got it.
What'd you forget? We're not going any further. If we can't do this with you, we're not doing it. We're stopping now. We want you with us.
We had gone over 100 days with no issues at all. We had left the boat in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a city, on shore, almost every night, just asking God to take care of it and hoping for the best. We had a lot of belief in people, and that's what we're about. We showed up at the boat that morning and we were all just sick to our stomachs. We looked over and windows were cracked, doors were missing, and so we started to have to take inventory of everything. We lost thousands of dollars worth of equipment. We lost boat flares. Our entire inventory of medical equipment was thrown into the water. Tools, parts, pieces we needed to fix the boat that was already starting to break down. We had just enough to start the boat that day and just enough gas to get us from one point to the next. That day we had showed up early because we needed to get ahead of the weather. There was a big storm coming up. We put all of the shambles of what we had together and made it work.
We had heard horror stories about Lake Alexandrina, about how fast the weather could change and how dangerous it had been for other people who had lost their lives out there.
There's a tiny, tiny hole. Yeah.
Right, so it slipped off. So
it's not great. But you're not halfway from that point to that point.
But you will always wonder what was possible, Hunter. I don't want to quit, but I don't know how we can get across the lake and all those other things.
I'll always think like, oh, could I have done it? But, yeah, we could have done it if we had the resources and time. And every dream is going to be not a failure. It's not a failure, but you know what I mean? You might miss things.
I don't want to take that from you.
you can still fulfill a dream.
From where we stopped out there, let's say 100 kilometers. We're 100 kilometers short of calling it the whole thing. Almost sinking the boat today was pretty epic.
From the top of the hill, in the Ralkin Cemetery, of all places, the team reflected on the day and the defeat. From up here, the lake stretched before us, calm and placid.
A bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Yeah, there's two of us swimming, and then Sydney's the kayaker that she paces. Yep, this is the opening. At the lock, Tuck will stop just outside the lock, and we'll get on the boat. If you can get them there so they can just jump off, they can wade up onto the beach.
Thank you. Alright, see you guys later.
You wouldn't get a bit of money for it.
Nah, you couldn't.
Blessed that we have this opportunity to see you glorified, and we just pray for this country of Australia and just pray that you really just release your goodness and blessing over them.
I always have this premonition that I'll lose it. Sometimes it's all too much to take. When did we all start living in these glass houses, waiting for them all to break? We made so many promises we couldn't keep now. Still somehow they mean everything. So I'll hold these broken pieces close to my heart. I'll bleed, but I will breathe. We're pressing on 'cause we know there's a light. No longer children when we took up the fight. Hold your head up, love, watch the dawn slowly wash out the night. We're barely holding together these days. We should know
Yep.
more than we can take.
Yeah, really did.
We're almost there, man. Oh, are you? Yeah, cool.
Where'd you stop?
Today or?
Enjoy the salt water. Yeah.
showed up at the finish, except for a local couple we had met the day before. No media, no spectators, no one. Hunter didn't break a world record. My father didn't swim the distance. The team didn't get anyone to sponsor us. Our boat had been vandalized, our vehicles broken, and our resources depleted. My father was broke and didn't have enough money to get the team back across Australia. Comments were made by friends that he had done the whole thing out of selfish ambition. Do you know what I think? I think my father had no idea what the outcome would be, and without that knowledge, he included us, novice fantasizers. We came along with curious speculation. We pursued a dream, we lived an adventure. Hell, we swam Australia's longest river. Did it inspire a nation?
And your father? What about your father?
He was the greatest man I ever knew.
He died? How?
Died? Where'd you get that idea?
You used words like was and did and where and whatever, so I just assumed he didn't make it.
No. I used those words for dramatic emphasis. It makes a better story. He made it.
It nearly killed him.
But he made it.
Well, where is he now?
My father?
Yeah.
Sitting in the booth behind you.
What?
It's you! I knew that picture looked familiar. And you're him. Wow, you're handsome. Can I touch you? Wow, you're strong. I've never touched a celebrity before.
I'm not.
And you, it's the women. The heart behind the dream is always a woman. Believe me, I know. So what are you guys doing here? Why here of all places?
Well, we're working out the details of our next project.
Is it another adventure?
It's got its elements, yes.
Can you tell me what it is? I promise I won't tell a soul.
It's not a secret. We're filming a movie.
A love story?
Yes. No, actually, it's a post-apocalyptic zombie film.
Wait, you guys just swam Australia's longest river to inspire a nation's youth, and now you're creating a movie about zombies. That's your big dream?
It's not really our big dream. It's actually Tuck's big dream.
My dream is to be an actress. I've acted in school. You should see what I can do. I'm a great deceiver of the real me. Is there a part in it for someone like me? Anything. I'll do anything.
I'm sure we can find something for you.
everywhere we go and tell our story, people always have stories of their own, and it's always the same. A loved one, a child, or a family member has taken their own life. And they look at me hoping that I might have the answer why. And then they ask me, what brought me to a point of wanting to take my own life? Depression, anxiety, finances spiraling out of control. I was lonely, no good. I'd never amount to anything. Whether those are just lies inside my head or if they're lies of the devil, I started believing them and I became hopeless. I believe God put passion in people's hearts and he put dreams in people's hearts and a destiny. People are meant to be something. What if we started believing in one another? If we started giving one another hope and encouraging one another to achieve your dream, to fulfill your destiny in life, who knows? Maybe we could change the world.